o'clock in the morning if you take time zones into account. So first time on Twitch. I did one broadcast but didn't actually save it, so I don't even know if anybody could see it, but I think they could. So as we are here, I've got all my settings all in, and oh yeah, that's great, no problem. So I've selected the workout number 8, 4-minute power duration. I've done a little warm-up, so let's ride and see how it goes. So Watopia's loading. I picked what I think is a decent route for my workout. I've got my fan stick here just in case I need to adjust my fan, and here we are, final workout. Let's have a nice gentle warm up. So my turbo trainer is set to ERG mode, which adjusts the resistance automatically to keep my watts, my power output, as the workout demands. It means I don't have to change gear as often. I just have to keep my cadence up to output enough watts to meet the demand of the workout. Have a quick read, as always. So the great workout starts off with a good warm-up. It's time to level up. Okay, are we ready? So this workout's name is called 4-minute power duration. So we get a free ride at the end of this, and I need to sustain the maximum power that I can for 4 minutes. My 20-second power output was up around 650 watts, maybe 680, and my 1-minute power duration was around about 560, I believe. So I'll be looking at around about an average of 450 if I can. That would be going some for 4 minutes. I get a good workout when I sweep for VZT, the Vegan Zwift team. I get to do these sorts of outputs for a few minutes at a time, so we'll see how that goes. Any comments, obviously, drop them in. If you want to subscribe, hit a follow on there, you can let me know how it sounds, how it looks. Thanks very much. So I'll try and keep it interesting. Plenty of different views. There's a nice time trial bike coming past me now. Comfortable cadence for me is around about 85 when the power goes up. I can spin up to 100 like now quite easily because there's not much resistance. It's because we're still on quite low watts. So grey is zone 1, blue is zone 2. Up 3, 4 and 5, obviously increasing in intensity. We've got a nice flat section, the route I've chosen. There we go, there's zone 2 for you. So you can see here, by keeping my cadence around about the same, the resistance on the turbo trainer has just increased. So now my power output matches the demand of the workout. It's really useful, really easy. And that's how come the line stays so constant along my graph. At the bottom of the screen you can see. So 27 seconds. 1 minute 2:45, 1 minute 2:85. So gradually ramping up the power. There's some sprint efforts. Nice one, guys. So zone 4. I'll change the gear. So the cadence remains the same, and I'm putting out more power, and the resistance then accommodates the higher gear. So the resistance actually decreases on the ERG mode because I'm spinning a higher gear. But that gear itself you can still feel in your legs. It's a little bit like when you do a cool down or a recovery section. Slight pressure on the pedals actually aids recovery. A little uncomfortable from zone 5, allegedly 285. I've got 4 more gears to go. So I'll step it up a couple of gears. And just keep my cadence ticking over. And we've got a couple of minutes recovery coming up at 1:35. So that involves me dropping a couple of gears. $18 seconds to go. There's my arch. It's a nice white arch there. Means it's a much lower intensity. Back down to the grey zone. 135. So we're looking at identifying a pacing strategy. The idea is it should be able to gradually ramp it up. There's heart rate. Give me a ride on. So 3 minutes at 2:15 and then a few at 2:30. So you see there, my gear was just a little bit too high. Push it up to 140 watts. That's because this really is recovery pace. The idea is that my heart rate gets back down to around 120 before I start the next effort. So 27 seconds. Keep the cadence comfortable, 7 seconds. Slip a couple of gears and push through 2:15. Nice and steady. There's a nice comfortable pace. Could realistically be able to hold this for quite a while. So to check out the banner across the top of the screen, we've got an invite to the Vegan Zwift team if you want to check us out. If you're thinking of adopting a plant-based diet, go for it. It's got to be healthy. It's good for you, good for the planet. No downsides really. Apart from maybe the stigma of being a vegan, because you know we're all really weedy individuals, lack any sort of stamina. So we'll see how weedy I feel in about 45 minutes, shall we? Great scenery through the desert. I think Zwift do a really good job of keeping things interesting. So if I get my app up, I might be able to see where we are here. If I click on that one, this is where we are now. I might be able to message the chat. I'm in the chat, so it should be alright. So just warming up slightly. 30 more seconds to go. And then we cool back down at 135. So you can see my heart rate's up to 140. Should hopefully come back down over the next 3 minutes to 120, 118. Will be good. So that's me done. Into the recovery zone. 135. Nice and steady. So a lower cadence can sometimes fatigue the legs more, but at this sort of resistance it's really not a problem. I could drop it down to 75 and pick it up again just quite easily. Cheers, Michael. Thanks, mate. That's one of my TZRC buddies dropping me a ride on. So this is as close as I can get my setup realistically to divide my attention between the camera and the screen with very little interruption. Obviously the camera was closer before, but it tends to look at the side of my face for half of the ride, so we'll have a see. Hopefully my crew can message me, all the VZT boys, they'll let me know what's going on. Cheers, Shug. That's Mr. Wilson, another VZT guy. He's a Vegan Zwift team member. course, with the 3-minute efforts, think about how comfortable you are, what your pacing strategy will be. So you can see there, maybe a little bit fatigued from the last week's riding. I'm still up at 126, 127 on my heart rate. So I'd like to have had that down a little bit more. So there's my zone 3. And I'll keep it around about 80 to 85 RPM, which is a nice comfortable spin. It also gives me a more familiar resistance on the trainer. If I slow my cadence down, the resistance builds to make the power output the same. It's called the ERG of doom, because it just keeps adding more and more resistance the slower you pedal, which of course makes it harder to speed up again.
Right on. Nice.
In case you're wondering where the watts come from, 230 watts is what's set for my my workout. That comes from my FTP, which is my functional threshold power. It's calculated from 95% of a 20-minute effort that I've output in the past. It's been a while since I've done a test, so this might be a little bit on the low side for me, but I still find the upper level limits on my limit. And this is what it says about being comfortable. I'm still pretty much warming up. We've got 3 minutes. And then we're switching back. So I drop the gear, stick it back to 135, 135, here we come. Nice. So 1 minute 30. So I can see the Twitch chat room on my phone app. So if anybody does log in, watches the stream, drops me a message, I should be able to reply. I might not type back, it's a bit awkward, but I can certainly read the questions. Look at this. I look awesome so far, apparently. Cheers, Mark. Mark Fur's just dropped me right on. Get ready to rock. So here we are. Back up to 230. Cheers, Chris. I believe it's Chris. Often only see the initial letter, so it's having to remember. Could be Craig. I think it's Chris. We'll see. Mr. Snook, anyway. Sean DeFleck. Hey Sean. Thanks mate. I was riding with Sean at the weekend, in a week rather, Friday rather. So yeah, great to do some sweeping with him on a Friday around New York. Really good fun. So one more minute at 2:30. My heart rate's still below 150, which is okay. I'm expecting that to go up to 170, maybe even 180 by the end of the 4-minute duration. Mr. Mayor, thank you. Of course, I could call these guys whatever if they're not watching and nobody tells them I got it wrong. So cheers, Kev. Thanks for that, mate. 17 seconds and back down to recovery. Thanks, Neil. So, slightly longer recovery period. So you're 1.5 minutes of this section, the 2 of 2 section on the left, and then you've got another 3 minutes 30 after that. So it switches from. Mr. Cookler, thank you. A few more interesting views if you're interested. Nice helicopter shot. Can't see much through the trees. Can't see me at all. Thanks, Louis. There's another sweeper from VZT, Vegan Zwift team. Thanks, Louis, not thanks, Siri. Let's go. Nice thing to remind me to drink. I've had a few sips and swigs. So feeling good so far. Still like my heart rate to come down a bit more. So we'll see how that goes. Just by keeping it steady. As I've said before, if I slow down my pedals, the trainer just increases the resistance to compensate. So I'm actually putting out the same amount of power. It just is the cadence which I find most comfortable, which is what I need to choose. Slowing down makes no difference to the actual amount of power I'm putting out. So the demand on my body, heart and everything else doesn't vary. I think there's something to be said. It's less fatiguing to spin a lower gear. This is why the recommended cadence is up around 90 to 95. Phone decided to turn itself off. Now it's back on. Shouldn't be interfering with the data. I'd always like to watch and stream at the same time. You've got double the amount of data coming through then on the bandwidth. So, right, 5-minute ramp up. Let's see. So again, what will happen here is the power is automatically increased for me by an increase in resistance on the turbo. So I just need to maintain my 85 cadence and the turbo would take care of the rest. It's a great system. It really works. I can feel the fatigue starting to build. Particularly in my right thigh. There's the guys just won a KOM jersey. Here's for you. And there's another PR there. It's great. See everybody on their bikes having a good time. Chucking it down with rain here in the UK at the moment. Absolutely no problem. Hey, cheers Happy Plodder. Been on a few rides with Happy. Sometimes at the end he's anything but happy, but he sticks in there. been a few weeks, mate, since I've seen you on a Sunday morning. So it says, and hold the same cadence throughout the effort. And that's what I've been doing. 86, 87. It's tempting as the power goes up to spin a bit quicker, but that's just a way of minimising the resistance increase. There's a message from Jim and Louis. I'll be able to read those. You don't want to know. I've seen things, man. So Louis obviously on another group ride somewhere else on Watopia. Fairly close, I think. To see his messages, he has to be within 100 riders of me. But when you're not on a group ride, they can seem quite spread out. So that's 4 minutes done. You can see they're ramping slowly up. 30 seconds left. I'm back over 150 regards to heart rate. So it's not going to be an all-out sprint at all on the 4 minute section. The idea is I do exactly what I've done here and start slower and ramp it up so I've got as much power left in me at the end. Maybe less power left in me, obviously, but let's say leave it all on the bike. I think if I was riding for a row of houses, I might do. Personal gratification. I think I need to see what Zico averaged. Set that as a benchmark. The last ride Zico did, he went up the Alp, averaged 3.8 watts per kilogram for the duration. That's about my limit too for an hour and a half ride. So be interesting to go head to head at some point. I'm sure we'll manage that. Hey Stefan, thanks mate. There's the organiser of the vegan Zwift team, the vegan rabbit. This is all his idea, and a great job he does too, organising everything. We've got Strava groups, we've got Zwift power teams, all organised, and he does a fairly good job of coaching us too. Cheers Stefan, appreciate it. So this is a nice long recovery effort. Heading back to the desert flats. We'll see if we see the train this time. Usually second time round. Get to see the steam train. nice deep breaths. Concentrate on bringing my heart rate down, relaxing myself into 2 more minutes. It's getting closer. I'm not nervous. So 2 more minutes, cooling down, heart rate's getting back down towards 120, should be good. I noticed on Twitch each time you log out and log back in again to your stream you get a 30-second advert. Still it's all good, keeps it free for me, presumably. So if you pop back to helicopter view, just for another minute or so. Now there are no trees in the way. It's a great view for when there's 100 of you all riding together. It's almost a guarantee to get you all on the same screen. Cheers, Carl. Thanks, Maxine. Structured interval. Here it comes up then, the yellow arch brings us back up, apparently starting at the power that we finished at before. So I need to get my gears ramped up as well a little bit and then push it up. So 256 is okay. My FTP is actually 269, so I should be able to hold 269 watts for 20 minutes, because that's 95% of a tested 20-minute effort. So obviously I would have put out an extra 5% on top of that 269, so 264 here is something I should just be able to keep going. We're talking a quarter of the amount of time for the test effort, or fifth technically. I don't think I can keep 5 times the amount of power for a fifth of the time. I wish. There's a sprinter going by. Just underneath the stone arch there is the sprint finish. So we'll see how he does. You see a nice bit of confetti coming across. He got a PR. There it is, 34 seconds. Someone else behind me doing the same. And you can feel there, as I was giving the ride-ons to congratulate them, I slowed my cadence down and the trainer resistance kicked in quite forcefully. So there's my recovery arch. So, in 5 more minutes, the ERG mode disengages and I'm left to ride at whatever gear and cadence I choose. So the power that's being put down is directly related to what I'm putting through the pedals without the trainer interfering, messing with the resistance or anything like that. Four minutes in 4.5 minutes. So I've got my floor fan cooling me down. I have another fan actually on the turbo trainer keeping that cooled down because I find the motherboard and the electrics get really hot. I might be being a bit overcautious, but nothing wrong with keeping it cooled down. Not sure, but if you warm up your body temperature by a couple of degrees, ambient temperature around you, performance can really suffer. There are figures, but I don't know them off the top of my head. So this is where the train would have been coming past had we seen it. The train track's there. Looks like we'll have to come out another day. Find the choo-choo. I'm laughing now. Yeah, we're looking at another 3.5 minutes. So I know what I want in my head. I can either start really hard, as it advertised there, and fade towards the end, or I can start with my target and work my way up. So I'll declare it now. I'm going to start around 380. I'm going to work my way up to 450. That's a theory. That's based on the 670 odd and the 480 odd from the 1 minute. That's quite an ambitious target, I feel. But let's go for it. That's not too hard, we'll see. Nice cycle, guy. Thanks, dude. So far through this workout, I've not actually put my bike into the largest sprocket on the front, the big ring. So I'll be stepping into that immediately on finishing this recovery period, and then I'll just try to control my cadence and the gear. Do you think we shouldn't start too hard? 4 minutes is a long time, but to me this is just a sweep effort from around a minute back off of the group doing 2.7 watts per kilo. So it's nothing I haven't done before. There you go, ERG mode will shut off, disengage, and you'll just be left riding. Find a gear and a wattage. Let's go. Without overpacing it. Oh really? We'll do our best. 10 seconds. Right, here we go. I'm never going to hit 450, that's without a doubt. So you can see there, no good at all. Absolutely nothing left after 2 minutes. It still counts towards my average, so if I can just keep it pushing. Make sure my average doesn't go below 300. Come on. Remember. Too hard. So yeah, maybe should have started at 320, pushed it up to 350. That would have given me an average of 340 odd, 345. Faded too much in the middle. Tried so hard. Still, you don't improve if you don't set your standards high. It's always a bit disappointing. But there we go. How did my pacing strategy work out? Don't think it did, mate. Tried my best to stick to the plan. Against all your advice, coach. Started out too hard. What? Want to try this workout again? Sure can. It stays in the workouts menu. So when I'm feeling fit, I can try again. So this was my last Zwift Academy workout. I've done all 8 workouts and I've done 2 races and 8 group rides. Races, I output 4.4 watts per kilo and 4.2 watts per kilo, which is way over 300. So we've got 2 viewers according to my phone app. I'll say hi to whoever else is here. I think I'm watching it myself. So to my other viewer, oh, hi there, how's it going? Drop a message in the chat. Let me know what you think of the quality. I've got 2.5 minutes to go. So the next Vegan Zwift team event is a Tofu Tornado race on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday early evening European time. And it will be back to GMT. If anybody needs to know, we've put the clocks back tonight. No, that's in Europe. So they'll be matching us. GMT happens next week, and then the Americas change the week after that. No wonder people get confused. So 21 seconds, 21 seconds. And that'll be the end of the workout. Take a quick screen cap of the finish. So you can see there, really dramatic case of not being able to hold the power for that final section. Thanks very much for watching. If you click follow or subscribe, then you'll maybe see me put myself through my paces a few more times. Thank you very much. Mr. Grandquist. That's a WKG rider. I've entered into the WKG Winter League again, so there'll be a good few battles going on there. There's my end ride screen, and that again will give you the ride report. You can save that and exit. But for now, I'll say thanks very much, and we'll see you all soon. Cheers guys, see you later.